TV next.
The Duke rape case could turn on what she says on 60 Minutes.
Is that true?
No.
Plus, the 3 accused teammates tell their story for the first time tonight.
Don't forget you're wired, so we'll be with you at all times.
Good?
I'm good.
We might have company.
Tim.
She's on the move. What you doing with her gun?
Oh, come on now.
FBI.
Go. It's hard for me to think of you married to somebody else.
5, 6, 7, 8.
No more alimony. No more alimony.
How's the sex?
There's no problem in that area.
See, Alan? It was you.
Wouldn't there be a couple strippers?
Charlie, I'm on it.
A new 2.5 Men tomorrow.
The MetLife Glimpse Snoopy 1 is providing today's aerial coverage. Look for the MetLife Glimpse as they team up with CBS for more coverage this fall. After the punt from the 12, 1st and 10. There are 2 Cincinnati tight ends. Third Bengal possession, punting the first 2 times they had it. Chad Johnson can't get it. Bolden was covering flags on the field at about the 10-yard line. Neither team, by the way, has crossed midfield today.
You get Jerron Bolden there for either grabbing or holding.
Brian Kelly injured today and not playing, and so Bolden gets the start at the corner.
And that's a big loss. Brian Kelly, such a physical corner, so active and so involved in their run support defense. And
there were fouls by both teams. Illegal formation on the offense, only 6 men on line of scrimmage, and holding defense number 21. Those fouls offset to a first down.
We've had a lot of defense both ways to begin this game.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about this defense losing a step or 2 and Father Time catching up with them. That's nonsense. These guys have a lot of character, a lot of pride, and they bring it. And you know, Monty Kiffin told us, he said, I'm not happy with the way they're playing, but I love these guys, and I know they'll never quit on me.
1st and 10.
And the crowd noise starting to get into it, Kevin, as Carson Palmer tries to change the play.
Rudy Johnson would blow that dead. Delay of game.
Delay of the game before the snap. 5-yard penalty still first.
And this is frustrating for Marvin Lewis. And we talked to him last night. He said, we're really hurting ourselves with penalties and mistakes. Forget the protection and all the other things. We're not getting lined up properly. We just had a penalty the play before, just having 6 men on the line of scrimmage. Now we take a delay of game. We've had some false starts at home, which should never happen. So they're hurting themselves right now. And most of the wounds that the Bengals had have been self-inflicted.
Torrey Cox is a 5th defensive back. Washington is a 3rd receiver, 1st and 15. Palmer, Pushmanzada gets a nice block from Kelly, the tight end. He is out to the 16-yard line and brought down by Wims on a gain of 9. Let's go to New York and JB.
Hey, Kevin Harlan, when Clinton Portis is in the game for the Skins, it opens up so much else, like Mark Brunell drilling that 24-yard bullet to Chris Cooley, his first touchdown reception of the season. 14-3 Skins. Back to Kevin and Rich.
Redskins losing to the Giants last week. Tennessee, 1 of 4 winless teams in the NFL. JB, thank you. 2nd down and 6. Still 5 in the Tampa Bay secondary. Bushman's out of the game. Oh, what a great hit. What great reading by Jermaine Phillips. It's a gain of 1. He's out to the 17-yard line. Phillips was called out by Gruden this week. Back to JB in New York.
All right, hey, Kevin, Joe Horn is asking folks, hey, don't forget about me. Drew Brees, who's been 8 of 8 for 68 yards and a touchdown so far, hooks up with Joe Horn, 14-yard. It is 10-0, 4-1 Saints in the NFC South. Back to Kevin and Rich.
How about that? Great game. In fact, New Orleans beat Tampa Bay last week. JB, thanks. 3rd down and 5. Same defensive back, number 5. Same wide receiver contingent for Tampa Bay, or ever for Cincinnati, and outside it goes. They're looking for Chad Johnson, who is covered by Derek Brooks. It's incomplete. 3 Cincinnati possessions and 3 Cincinnati punts. 3 and out.
Well, the coverage dictates. You got some press coverage, and you got the bell, and now Chad Johnson's working up the back. of Bolden, and the timing is just not there between Carson Palmer and Chad Johnson. And you see the frustration from Chad on the sidelines. A little bit different running routes versus press as opposed to off coverage.
Larson to punt. Galloway is back. Mark Jones, who normally returns punts for Tampa Bay, inactive today, so Galloway is back there.
Kevin, they need to win. They got their best player, Joey Galloway, returning kicks. That tells you how important this game is to them. It's Galloway at the 40-yard line. Hang time of 4.5. No return, 43-yard punt. 13:05 to play in the half. It's Gradkowski out there again for the Bucks.
You're on a mission to get an amazing new TV this year, but you want to be absolutely sure you pick the right one. Circuit City makes it simple. That's because we've got thousands of online customer reviews that rate the hot new stuff. And right now, get no interest till 2008 on all TVs $299 and up. Plus, save up to $400 instantly on all TVs $499 and up. Only at Circuit City.
Halt! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Answer my 3 questions and I'll let you pass.
Are you kidding?
What's large as a mountain but as small as a... Hey, how many people you got in there?
8.
Whoa, is that a DVD player?
Maybe.
Do I smell cookies?
Hit the gas. That's 3.
Beloved by humans, envied by trolls. The Pilot from Honda.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Acura. Acura Advance. Guinness Draft Stout. Drink responsibly. Brilliant. And by the new Ultimate Cheese Snacker from KFC. They're good.
Each team has had it 3 times. Each team has punted. This is possession number 4 for the Buccaneers. 36-yard line, best beginning field position today for rookie quarterback Bruce Gradkowski. 2 tight ends, and they're here. The fake to Williams. Gradkowski on first down. It's caught by Joey Galloway. He's working on Torrey James. The gain is to the 41-yard line. It's an 18-yard pickup. The first time the Buccaneers have crossed midfield today. Last week, he threw a touchdown pass at the Superdome.
Well, he showed some poise, and Gruden said he was proud of him. Realize this, he's only been here for 5 months, and John Gruden said, I watched Michael Vick and Brett Favre struggle against that very same defense, so it was a good first start for Bruce Gradkowski.
2 tight ends remain. First and 10, 42.
You see him changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the blitz. Gradkowski slapped right back in his face. Coming through is the rookie, Ahmad Brooks, out of the University of Virginia, who is taking the place of the injured Brian Simmons today in the middle.
Well, that's impressive to see that he has an understanding of what they're doing. He's able to change the play, get it out of a bad play into a better look. And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. You want to see a guy who understands the game plan, understands what defenses are trying to do to stop him, and he's able to pull something out of his back pocket and make a play.
Michael Pittman is in with Allstott. Joseph, the rookie cornerback, is taking the place of O'Neal at the bottom of your screen. 2nd down and 10. Gradkowski going deep and looking for Galloway, and the coverage downfield by Case Fahar, and it's an incomplete pass. As we take you to our CBS studios in James Brown.
Kevin, you know the Rams have a stud in the backfield, and Steven Jackson, nifty little 2-yard run, but let me tell you, Mark Bulger, 9 of 10, 112 yards and a touchdown so far. He's having a fantastic game. St. Louis on top by a touch. Kevin and Rich.
Yeah, Jackson, the 2nd leading rusher. Thank you, JB, in the National Football League. And look at that matchup, St. Louis and Seattle today. Seattle, the defending NFC champs. 3rd down and 10. 5th defensive back is O'Neal from the 42. Pittman in the backfield. Mike Hilliard is the 3rd receiver. What did he see, or what didn't he see? That's the question as he takes it to the sideline to talk with Gruden with 12:14 to play in the half.
Want better my breakfast? It's a croissant sandwich.
I don't like French things.
What about the bikini?
French kisses?
That's gross.
What is French for creepy? I think it's la hythène.
No, that's my name.
Yeah, I know.
Egg, sausage, and cheese on a soft half moon of buttery goodness. Chris Sandwich from BK.
It connects with you and the road. The all-new turbocharged Acura RDX with super handling all-wheel drive. Acura. Advance.
On Thursday, Survivor.
Come on!
You've never seen survivors compete like this.
No choking! Get off my neck!
The conspiracy is much bigger than I can picture.
We have Plan Voodoo in effect. We've got a game plan, and I think we're going to stick to it.
But their biggest foe could be the game.
Both tribes are going to tribal council. Ooh. Both tribes will vote somebody out.
Survivor. New episode. CBS Thursday.
The NFL and United Way have been helping to strengthen America's communities for years. Maybe you can give us a hand. Volunteer at unitedway.org.
Tonight on a new episode of Without a Trace, everyone is a suspect. Don't miss a new Without a Trace tonight. CBS, again this season, America's most watched network. Timeout moments ago by the rookie Gronkowski.
What happens, Kevin, with a young quarterback, you get up under center, and there's some confusion. There's some indecision. You're not sure what the defense is going to do. You take a peek up at the play clock, and you realize you're inside 5 seconds when you call a timeout, and sometimes that can jump up and bite you.
5 in the secondary, Pittman in the backfield, 3rd down and 10. Third time in 5 third-down situations today. They've had a 3rd and 10 or longer. Right through the hands and in back of Galloway. The coverage by Torrey James, and they've got a punt once again. Last week we had some timeout issues with Tampa.
Well, they burned 3 of them in the 4th quarter, and then what actually winds up happening is they're trailing 24-21, and they have a 4th and 9 with 2:30 to go, and they have to go for it because they had no timeouts. They couldn't afford to punt and play defense. So we talked about being smart with your timeouts and saving some either for the end of the half or the end of the game when you need it most.
Bidwell to punt once again. Antonio Chapman is back at the 10-yard line. Chapman missed games with a sore groin to begin this season. He's trying to plant it inside, and he does not. He was with the wind. It's a touchback to the 20. It's a 41-yard punt. There's a flag on the field with exactly 12 minutes to play in the first half.
During the punt, holding on the kicking team, number 52. Cincinnati has the option of taking it to the previous spot or taking it at the end of the kick.
Antoine Cash.
They've elected to take it at the end of the kick.
Tampa Bay at 0-4. Cincinnati at 3-1. We've got a timeout in Tampa.
You're looking at the unit body structure of one of the most well-built sedans in America. Its reputation for quality and reliability is unmatched. Its sophisticated engineering, legendary. Its commitment to safety, uncompromising. This is the soul of every Accord we make. Then we pour our hearts into it. And that completes the picture. You can see Honda in the details.
Try new KFC Famous Bowls. Freshly prepared with our home-style mashed potatoes, layered with sweet corn, all-white meat crispy chicken, and topped with our signature gravy and 3-cheese blend. Dig into great layers of flavor with KFC Famous Bowls.
What is that? Oh, it's a copycat. Yeah, Fluffy's gonna save us a boatload on color copies. Aren't you, girl?
You need an easy button.
Now get color copies for just 39 cents at Staples. That was easy.
sin did she die for?
Who would strangle someone with a rosary?
We'd like permission to search your rectory and the nuns' apartments.
This job certainly challenges your faith.
In my world, Father, you're either guilty or innocent.
Well, in my world, you can be both.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by CareerBuilder.com. Visit the largest job website, CareerBuilder.com. A better job awaits. And by the 244 horsepower Accord EXL V6 from Honda.
Tampa Bay has made a change in their secondary. Cincinnati's going to get it after the Buccaneers just punted. Jermaine Phillips is out. They've got Calvin Pearson in. We thought Pearson might even start the game because of what Gruden had said earlier in the week about the horrible tackling. Anyway, Palmer has it, 30-yard line, 1st and 10. There are 3 wide receivers, including Washington. Rudy Johnson stuck and brought down. Pearson is the one to get him. Gain of 2 to the 31-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
Illegal motion on the offense, number 32, moving forward at the snap. 5-yard penalty, still first.
Rich, we talked about this in the pregame show about the comfort level in the pocket of Carson Palmer. What have you seen?
Well, they didn't handle pressure very well 2 weeks ago against the New England Patriots. And really, you look at Carson Palmer, he was the least sacked quarterback in the National Football League last year. He was only sacked 21 times. He's already been sacked 15 this year. He's put the ball on the ground 7 times. So he's not comfortable back there. And really, one of the reasons, in my opinion, he lost his starting center, Rich Brown. He's a veteran guy. He helped them out. He really made all the calls for them. And he's really the difference. He's really the stability up front for them.
The penalty was declined. It's 2nd down and 9. That's Chad Johnson. First time today. He's working on Will Allen and Cox. And it's a gain on the play of 8 yards. Let's go back to that pressure in the pocket.
Well, you know, he hasn't been himself. Now, there's nothing you can do there, but when you get harassed, you get run around, it affects you. It affects your accuracy. It affects your decision making. And Carson Palmer, with that repaired left knee, doesn't seem like he's completely comfortable yet back in the pocket.
There was a 1st down. And Palmer going to a knee right there because it looked like it was offsides on Rice. Simeon Rice.
Offside, defense number 97. 5-yard penalty, still first.
Just listen to some of these statistics. Rich Bram, he got injured in week 2 with 13:31 left in the 2nd quarter. After that injury, the Bengals give up 4 sacks. The following week, they give up 6 sacks. The following week, week 4, they give up another 4 sacks. And week 1 with Bram and they only give up 1. So he is a veteran guy that really makes it all go for the Bengals up front.
On the 1st and 5 pitch out, it's a loss of a yard. It went outside to Rudy Johnson, who was hit on the play by Allen and Neese and Rice, all there, 45-yard line. You know, this no huddle has been kind of interesting to watch, not from a Cincinnati perspective per se, but from a defensive Tampa Bay perspective.
Yeah, you look at the secondary and the linebackers, they're all wearing wristbands.
2nd down and 6. Well, the tackle made by Pearson along with White. It goes to Rudy Johnson. He's out to the 48-yard line, a gain of 3.
And you can see the wristbands right here, Kevin. And what they have on the left side, they have their 10-based coverages and fronts, and then on the other side, they have their nickels. So they have some blitzes mixed in there. But what Monty Kiffin will do is they'll signal them in. The secondary and the linebackers will look at that, and they'll have to make their calls at the line of scrimmage because of the no huddle of the Bengals.
It's 3rd and 3. Watson in the backfield. And Palmer being chased by Spires. He's got Hushmanzada for a 1st down to the 46-yard line. It's a catch and run of 6 yards on the play. On 3rd and 3, Bolden was there.
That was a good job by Carson Palmer. He gets out on the edge, but he doesn't panic. He just keeps moving. He keeps giving his receivers some time to work across the field, and then he finds TJ underneath on the shallow.
Now only 4 in the secondary. First play in Tampa Bay territory for the Bengals. 1st and 10. Palmer almost picked off, intended for Chad Johnson. And it was almost picked off by Calvin Pearson. Incomplete.
Well, he got greedy there. He's trying to throw a bang 8 post. He's going to little play action. He gets his eyes up. Now he tries to force this in, and Chad Johnson's not even out of his break. Calvin Pearson probably should have made that pick, but you watch Chad, he's surprised by that throw. He never even sees it coming.
It's 2nd down and 10. Chad Johnson covered by Bolden. A whiff by Bolden out of bounds. He is thrown by Neese. Another 1st down catch and run to the 33. And a pickup of 12 in a wonderfully executed drive by Carson Palmer.
And now the no huddle is starting to pay dividends for them. Their tempo, they're getting in and out, they're calling plays. And you look at that front four of the Buccaneers, they're getting tired.
33-yard line, 1st and 10. And Palmer going deep, looking for Hushmanzada. And he's got the catch, he's got the touchdown! What a grab as he beats Rondé Barber. A 33-yard strike, and Cincinnati is on the board.
Well, that's a good job by Carson Palmer, giving him a chance. But you watch, in the middle of this route, TJ Hushmanzada will actually push. He'll push Rondé Barber, and good veteran receivers will do that. You can get away with it sometimes. You just watch. If we get the ISO, you just see him. He'll actually push Rondé Barber on the back, right there. You see, he's pushing a little bit, trying to give himself some space on the boundary. Good job by a veteran receiver.
Carson Palmer throws his 7th touchdown pass of the year. Hushmanzada, they're going to challenge the play. Hushmanzada, as it stands, with his 3rd touchdown reception of the year. And Gruden, who has already challenged once and won in this first half, will challenge here again. With 9:08 to play in the 2nd quarter, Hushmanzada, it looked, had the ball.
The ruling on the field is a catch and a score being challenged by Tampa Bay.
And he went right over the pylon, which would be a touchdown.
Yeah, it would, Kevin.
But did he step out of bounds? Did he have both feet in when he leapt and caught the ball? All things that Mike Carey, our referee today, will take a look at on the instant replay.
And you watch him, they're just kind of jockeying for position there. And that's a pretty good job by TJ. He knows he's on the sideline. He knows he doesn't have a lot of room, so he's doing everything he possibly can to get both feet down.
And was he pushed out of bounds? Would he have come down inbounds?
It's a question of whether or not that left heel, his left heel, whether or not that hit the boundary, and it's hard to see from that angle, but that's probably what they're looking at, whether or not that left heel came inbounds. Just take a look at his left heel, whether or not he actually gets that down before it hits the white line, and it's really hard to see. It's really hard to see in that angle. You just watch
it. He caught the ball and sailed over the pylon. Oh, that's a touchdown. His feet are clearly in the green.
And that's just a good job by Hushmanzada. He actually jumps before Rondé Barber, and Rondé Barber is late finding the ball. It's a good alert play by Hushmanzada.
You know, there are defensive coaches that will tell you in the NFL, although they are different kinds of receivers, that Chad Johnson and Hushmanzada have very little difference in terms of how effective they can be when compared to each other.
Yeah, they have a little difference in terms of their effectiveness, but they definitely have different styles. Hushmanzada, a little bit bigger player, a little bit more physical, willing to go inside and work the middle of the field, whereas Chad Johnson, he's your burner. He's your outside lane guy. He's got great ability to be running full speed and stop on a dime. Great change of direction. But both of them, Kevin, the exciting thing is after the catch, they really come to life.
Hushmanzada in 03, remember, had that hamstring. He hardly played. In 04, he began as a number 4 receiver, starter last year. Close to a 1,000-yard season, in fact, and now he is the established starter.
After reviewing the play, the receiver had control of the ball, and although his body hit the pylon, both feet came down inbounds. The pylon is inbounds. Touchdown.
You will not see a better touchdown catch in the NFL today than this one right here by Hushmanzada, controlling feet inbounds with the defender, an all-pro guy in his face.
And it always amazes me, they have their back to the boundary, but they know exactly where they are on the field.
Phenomenal, isn't it? You played with Rice and with Tim Brown. I'm sure those guys had things like that, just a feel for where they were on the field at all times.
And players like TJ Hushmanzada, they come to life in big games. They want the ball, and they want to be able to make a difference.
So Tampa Bay loses the challenge, and they lose a timeout. So they've got one remaining. And here is the Shane Graham extra point. He has not missed an extra point, 167 straight. Even though the snap is high, And the kick tails a little bit. It's in, and the Cincinnati Bengals are on top. Carson Palmer on that drive also hit Chad Johnson for 12 and Hushmanzada for 33. 9:08 in the second.
Our target is an ugly, smelly, dirty little scab of rock called Iwo Jima. This is Japanese soil, sacred ground. They will not leave politely, gentlemen.
Flags of Our Fathers, rated R, starts Friday.
Next Saturday, John Parker Wilson and the Alabama Crimson Tide roll into Rocky Top to take on Eric Ainge and the rejuvenated Volunteers of Tennessee. That's next week on CBS. Here's the kickoff after the touchdown reception. And Pittman takes it out to the 32 on a 33-yard return. Let's try this again next Saturday. John Parker Wilson and the Alabama Crimson Tide will roll on to take on Eric Ainge in Tennessee. Hoopla begins with Tim Brando and Spencer Tillman on the TIAA Kraft College Football today here on the home of Super Bowl 41 CBS. Gronkowski, one of his last 5, takes his team to the 32 officially. They have punted their first 4 possessions. You saw Hushmanzada 33-yard touchdown reception moments ago. Cadillac Williams. Oh, and he puts one free in the secondary. Case for Horn, and Brooks bring him down. He's out to the 49, a sprint of 18 yards and a Tampa Bay first down.
Well, that's impressive to see. They're running right behind the 2 rookies, Davin Joseph and Jeremy Trueblood. And these guys are going to be good players. And right now, they're probably more explosive in terms of the running game. The pass protection is usually what takes the rookies a little bit longer in terms of that offensive line play. But Joseph and Trueblood are big guys who are maulers in the running game.
Torrey James is out at the far corner. They've got Joseph, the rookie, in there. Here come the flags with the 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And you take a look at Big Sam Adams, 3-time Pro Bowler.
Encroachment. Defense number 95. 5-yard penalty, so first down.
And the use of the hard count, you mix it up, you get a veteran guy like Sam Adams to jump off sides. Now you got yourself a 1st and 5. A lot easier to call plays in those situations. Even I could call plays in those situations.
Yeah, you can do a lot more than that. You're being modest. A couple rookies starting on the right side of the offensive line of Tampa. 1st and 5. It's Cadillac. And Big Sam is in there to gobble him up on a gain of a yard. He's down to the 44. He was signed in April. Was Sam Adams, and everybody you talk to in the NFL say he's one of the smartest defensive linemen they've come across.
Well, he's a smart player, and what he does for you inside, he's a big, old-fashioned 2-gapper, and he is a destructive force in their run defense. Now, he's not the most explosive player in terms of his pass rushing ability, but he will give you 35 or 40 solid plays up there inside.
Michael Clayton is on the move. 2nd down and 4. This is Williams again. He's already run one for 18 on this drive. And he dives ahead for a first down to the 39-yard line on a gain of 5. And Johnson, among others, in the linebacking core bring him down.
Kevin, if you're the Cincinnati coaching staff, I don't know that you're going to be able to live with yourself if you don't find a way to put this game in the hands of quarterback Bruce Gradkowski. You gotta find a way to challenge him, whether it's disguises, different pressures. Make this guy beat you. Don't leave the stadium today without finding out whether or not Bruce Gradkowski can pull the trigger and make decisions in some tight situations.
Gathers on the defensive line for Cincy. It's 1st and 10, 40-yard line. Cadillac again, tripped up. Brought down at the 38-yard line. Looks like Brooks may have gotten a hand on him. And in terms of Gradkowski being a rookie, flag is down at the 37. The playbook, has it been shrunk for him, or does it still stay as the expanded John Gruden would like it to?
Well, Kevin, it's probably one of the most difficult systems to have to learn in the National Football League.
And the offense not set for a full second. 5-yard penalty, still first.
You say it's real complex.
It is, and what it is it's the volume. There's so much in terms of the verbiage, in terms of the formations, the shifts, and the motions, and it's usually overwhelming for a young player. And what it tells me about Bruce Gradkowski, he's a smart guy. He can sort it all out, and it's not too big for him. Look at that play. Look at that playlist of John Gruden's. I mean, there's probably a couple 300 plays on there. That's a lot for anybody.
It's 1st and 15 for Gradkowski. Davis with the good block. And this is Alex Smith, the tight end, wrapped up by Thornton, among others. Gang tackled after a gain of 4 to the 40-yard line.
And I like the fact that they're throwing a little bit more on 1st down. Keep this Bengal defense out of off rhythm a little bit. Keep them guessing. Give Bruce Gradkowski a chance to drop back, set his feet, and show you what he has in terms of his arm strength.
Again, Brian Simmons not starting today in the middle linebacker. The rookie Brooks is there because of a stiff neck, which I guess he has been afflicted with all week long, although it was not reported on the injury list all week. We find out today, surprisingly, he will not play. 2nd and 11, they need the 30. All stop with the block. Here comes Gathers. There's a penalty flag put on a face mask. Gradkowski running outside. Remember, it was Gathers who had that punishing hit on Trent Green, the Kansas City quarterback. It's a loss of 2. The ball right now at about the 42-yard line.
Personal foul. Major face mask. Defense number 91. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Just this week, the NFL fined an Arizona Cardinal player $12,500 for a face mask against Larry Johnson of Kansas City.
Well, you got to be smart. First thing you do, you don't want to be tackling these quarterbacks up high, but Gradkowski's fortunate there. He almost took a sack and lost 5 yards. They get the penalty. Now they pick up 15. Pretty fortunate in that situation.
Just a single tight end. Big play on this drive. An 18-yard run by Cadillac Williams. 1st and 10. Caddy again. Trying to guard his way inside. Caleb Miller brings him down. Gain of 2 near the 25.
Kevin, they got to find a way to get some points. This is an offense. They've only scored 40 as a team. They've only scored 48 points all season. They've been outscored in the first half 61-17. You give your team no chance if you get behind early. It takes away Cadillac Williams, his effectiveness in the running game. They have to find a way to start games faster.
Becht has come in as a tight end, joining Smith. Williams, the running back, a receiver, bottom of your screen, 2nd and 8. Base defense for Cincinnati. Gradkowski deep. Incomplete, looking for Michael Clayton, covered by Case Fahard and by the rookie Joseph. It'll be 3rd and 8. Of course, that play was looking for 6.
Yeah, he's got 2 vertical seams going up inside. He's trying to get this one up and down to his bigger target inside Clayton, and Case Fahard, he's not fooled. He reads Gradkowski all the way, drives on that. He actually had a great shot last week. Case Fahard, he made a great play, or actually 2 weeks ago in their game against New England. He's got pretty good range back there for a free safety.
Keywan Ratliff is the 5th defensive back for Cincinnati. 3rd down and 8. Mike Hilliard is the 3rd receiver. Pittman in the backfield. Going deep again and looking for Clayton. Guarded on the play by Deltha O'Neal. Incomplete pass. 4th down, and they're going to try for 3. The Bengals hold him out of the end zone.
One of the things Bruce Gradkowski has to learn, if it's not there, just because John Gruden calls a play like this and gives you a shot down the field, if it's not there, check it down. Check it down. That's where the answer is in this system. Believe me, I lived in this world for a long time. That's where you make your plays. That's where you can really help your football team. You can also help your field goal kicker. Checking it down might have picked up another 7 or 8 yards there.
So here's Matt Bryant, 2 of 4 this year. He only missed 4 field goals all of last season. This will be a 43-yard try. He is with the wind. He was nailing 55-yard field goals, improving a high snap and a low kick, which may have been deflected. It is no good. They come up with nothing on their best-looking offensive drive of the day. And Cincy's defense holds. Another miss for Matt Bryant.
And Kevin, that all had to do with the high snap, because what happens is Dave Moore floats one back there. The holder has to struggle with a little bit, and that throws off Matt Bryant's timing. He has to pause a little bit, and it gets him out just enough out of his rhythm where he can't make the play. You watch a high snap, he has to wait a little bit on the hold, the placement, and then he just misses it.
Now, Dave Moore is coming back after being out since week 1 with a broken rib and a punctured lung. And Bidwell was just good just to get the snap down. So now With no points inflicted on Cincinnati, it's 1st and 10, 33. Palmer incomplete, looking for Hushmanzada, guarded by Pearson on the play. Well, the MetLife blimp Snoopy 1 providing today's aerial coverage of the game below. It travels over 60,000 miles a year to cover sporting events and television specials throughout the U.S. The big play in the game, a 33-yard touchdown pass, Palmer to Hushmanzada, and there is an injured Calvin Pearson.
And they're already thin the secondary right now without Brian Kelly. They can ill afford to lose any more corners and safeties in that back end.
He's kind of played his way, has Pearson into the starting lineup. You know, this no huddle that we've watched Cincinnati use, and you said before in the last drive they've had much better tempo with it as the game has gone on. You wouldn't think the no huddle would work all that well on the road as opposed to home. Do many teams try to transplant that on the road like Cincy's doing today?
You're right, Kevin. A lot of teams won't even attempt it on the road. But this is the world that Cincinnati lives in. They like it. They think it's a change-up for them. And they really think that it takes away some of the effectiveness of the defense. They like the up-tempo. It really makes it more difficult for defensive coordinators to dial up some of their blitzes and some of their coverages. It makes it more difficult for that. And the other thing is they think the up-tempo doesn't allow them to make as many changes in terms of substitutions, and it forces that front four to play a complete game.
So Pearson will come out